Hi everyone, I'm Robert Sneed. For this week's movie preview, we'll be taking a look at the upcoming film Ghost in the Shell, starring Scarlett Johansson in its lead role. Joining me today are film and anime enthusiasts Kyle Orr, Jesse Williams, and Bryant Davis. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Before we get talking, let's take a look at the trailer.
What are you? This is just the beginning.
First off, how does the movie trailer match up with the theme brought up in the anime?
Well, there's one thing I noticed with this trailer is, and thank God for this, it is not a Michael Bay movie. It's not going to have like constant explosions and action. There will be action, but they will, follow the books or anime enough to incorporate some of the more philosophical and things that really made the readers think, like what is humanity if we are now like cyborgs and more machine? Like what crosses the line? And what it really means to be it.
I think they do touch up on that whole cybernized thing with some of the scenes, like with the monks and how they're all connected or hooked up like Matrix style and everything like that. And then as far as humanity, there's that one scene where she, the one character asks, like, what are you? As opposed to, like, suggesting that maybe she's not human or she's more than human or something like that.
I'm kind of just looking to see, because it almost looks like they are trying to stick to the source material, which is something that I particularly like. And this is actually our first Japanese film. Well, actually, they had that one terrible Attack on Titan movie, didn't they? Here, but like this would be like our first one that they're actually trying to make a good anime live action adaptation, because we don't have very many of those, and most of the ones that they do have are over in Japan, and they're usually really terrible. Like they're bad.
Yes, which could lead some very interesting opportunities. Like right now, our focus in Hollywood is like DC Comics and Marvel. If we can open up to this demographic right here, we will have a very wide selection of awesome movies.
I am hoping this will branch off to more great anime movies. Like there's a lot of anime that I would love to see live action adaptations. And a lot of things is most anime can be turned into just one movie. Like they can take the because most of them they have starts and then they do have finishes. So they can take it and they can make movies out of it. I am excited to see where this will take us.
What do you think of the pick of Scarlett Johansson as its lead role?
I know there was a lot of controversy on whether or not this is like Hollywood whitewashing again. But in another sense, they kind of left the race of Morocco and as the major. They kind of left it ambiguous a bit because we don't really know, nor does she really know, if she's like a cyborg or really just a fully synthetic person.
So it like leaves it open, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll agree. I had the same knee-jerk reaction as far as like, oh, it's Scarlett Johansson. Like, what? Why do they have her and everything? But then I was thinking about what has she done in the past, and obviously we all know her as Black Widow from the Avengers. So as far as athletics go, she's definitely there. Man, I'm thinking back. She also did a movie recently, I think like last year or something called Lucy, where it heavily focused on human to computer type thing. So she has a background for it. So I'm excited as far as what she can bring to it. I don't think it's going to be too bad, and it kind of broadens it up. So like there's a lot of Ghost in the Shell fans out there, but there's people who don't know what Ghost in the Shell is. But they'll say, oh, it's a Scarlett Johansson movie, so I'll probably go there, and then maybe they'll get more into Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, as I've seen, actually looks like the main character, Madoko, in the show. Like, you look at it, you can sort of compare them. And like I said, anime isn't just for looks just for like people of Asian descent. They're just all in there. They're not all just Japanese, because there's a bunch of other anime that also pull in from other nationalities, such as this one called Fate. The Fate series, because they pull in people from the past. Like they have Alexander the Great in there, they have King Arthur. So it's stuff like this. Like they don't just use people from Japan. They will pull in from other stuff. So I definitely think she can work, and it's always good having an A-list actor as to head your movie is really good, because like they said, it'll bring more attention to the anime. When they find out it's about the anime, they're like, oh, well, maybe I want to go see this, which can lead people into watching more anime, which will keep people who watch anime stop being weird, and that's what we really want.
Normalize it, yeah.
I finally got my train of thought. Also, since this character, this series, it has several different perspectives. For example, like the manga, the character is cocky and sarcastic. But in this movie that's on the table, she's more calm. She's more serious. She's more calculated.
More
she's
distant,
very
detached from normal humanity.
Questioning herself and her humanity on whether or not she's even real, since she's like fully machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, why do you think this movie is going to be almost close to some of the animes that we've seen over the past few years? What do you think? Do you think it's going to, because this is mostly like the first live action, do you think it's going to be close to it too, or?
I mean, I hope so. I hope that they focus on the main story of the original, the 1995 film, about, questioning what is humanity and cybernization, as we're, talking about, AI in the near future and stuff like that. I know a lot of us that watch the series really enjoy the depth of the character when we find the backgrounds and how the team whole works out and everything, but that might not be it, so it might not be what fans really want, but hopefully it'll just be like an introduction.
I just kind of hope that the Hollywood doesn't take like a cop-out and focus on the AI will be like completely devoted as far as like Terminator style, where it's like AIs have gained ascendance and like they just want to kill. No, in the show, there are AIs who are like full-grown tanks. Like, they are death machines, like war machines. Like, they can like take you out anyway. But the AI that are controlling them are childish and they're mischievous, and they just want to have fun. Like, they actually talk about like social problems and complex moral dilemmas, and it's really entertaining to watch, because these are just death machines, and they're talking about some complex issues like this.
I'm really excited if they do the Tachikomas,
Yes.
But the 1995 film didn't actually have them in there, so I just hope that they put them in there.
Yes.
That'd be really cool.
That's one thing I noticed. They have a geisha in the trailer, and I know in the first episode of the Standalone Complex, they the main thing that they have to go against are these geishas that have taken over like a politician hostage. So I'm not sure because of how serious she is in the trailer, but it could be going on either the Standalone Complex or the 1995 film.
Yeah, I mean, the teaser trailer really doesn't give us that much to go off of. Just a few clips.
It's very trippy.
New characters, maybe old characters, combined characters. I'm not sure, because you know how film, sometimes they gotta... Go ahead.
It's definitely a teaser trailer, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they give you very little. They just give you enough for, like, probably the fans to be like, oh, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah. And then, like, all the other people are like, what am I looking at? Like, am I going to go see this? And then, like, probably most fans are like, yeah, I'm probably going to go see this. As somebody who's coming out here didn't really watch it, I just remember seeing it on Adult Swim before I used to watch a lot of anime. And I kind of just sort of glanced at a synopsis. I'm coming from an outside view, and I'm probably gonna go watch the anime later on, and I'm hoping this will open gates to some of the anime that I particularly enjoy.
So, well, thank you guys for joining us. Tune in next week for what's coming up next week. So, thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for having us.
See you guys next time.
Anime is life.
Notice me, senpai.